it's there. It's for the kids.
Okay, the next item is kind of an annual event too. Item number 6, you all have in your program the proclamation for the annual FFA Week commemoration. It is actually, we're about halfway through it. Just want to acknowledge that and get approval from the court to proclaim this as National FFA Week.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Smothers?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Okay, we'll move on into department reports. Tommy, you've got a good report, and I guess you mentioned the price and the state bid contract price for the dump truck. You said you were going to investigate, and I guess based on what we've got in our budget, that's within the range. So.
Yeah, I'd like to. We really going to have some, more than one. Got to start with one.
You want the motion today to go ahead and try to make a motion, we let him go ahead and see if he can.
Is that for the 105, 335? Is that counted for state bid? A second.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Smothers?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Unanimous.
That's for a new dump truck? Okay. I
The
didn't,
state hadn't put an order in yet, so that's the only reason we can get it so soon. So when that order comes in, it'll be a while before you can get one.
You'll put an ad in the paper and advertise and go through the specs and
yeah.
install them.
A state spec, so I don't have to bid it. I can just order it.
You know, something else you might check, and I know we've discussed this in the past, but, and I know, but you might also take a look at, if you can find any type of qualified used vehicles out there, low mileage. I know they're
It's
hard.
hard to find. That's, most dump trucks get pretty worn out.
Oh, yeah, understand. But it
Well,
Like
probably,
ours, they keep them 19, 20 years.
exactly.
Those already come equipped with the hydraulic package and for all the auxiliary equipment and everything for the spreaders and, okay.
I did have one other thing that come up this week. Rodney Bergen, that owns the Able Oil now. He had some tires that were on wheels that he wanted to sell the wheels and tires. And there's 6 that I could use for $1,050, if that's okay.
Well, yeah, you need to get them.
Need to get them. That's a cheap.
I'll wind up with the tires, I'll wind up with the rims free, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah. They already mounted and everything. Yeah, you need to get them. Sure do.
Motion to approve $1,050 for the 6 tires.
Second.
Mr. Smothers?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Unanimous.
The roads are going to fall apart here shortly.
Yeah, that's
Drive
right.
it, and we're trying to get them fixed as soon as we can.
Appreciate it.
Weather doesn't stay wet.
Phew. Say our prayers, it'll get dry, so.
I haven't got the salt yet either, by the way. We're not going to need this.
I don't think we're gonna need it.
Think we'll need it.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. It is Kentucky.
So we got a place to put it.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tommy.
They did send out a little advance notice on the, I guess, the salt reverse auction. I think they're going to do it a little earlier than usual. It might be good to go ahead and approve participation in that. Last couple of years, we didn't actually advertise and stayed under the $20,000 procurement level with our salt situation. I know when I came in, we were putting about $35,000 in the salt budget, and with our mild winters, we pulled that back this year, I think, to 19. But we need to restock, and when we put our budget together next year, probably just to get us back up in shape with 600-700 tons, we're probably going to have to restock with $35,000 worth of salt, so we'll have to advertise that. So the court, I entertain a motion to approve participation in the reverse salt auction with a quota of $35,000 to $40,000.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Smothers?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Tom, did you have anything else?
No, I didn't. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Keith, you had an excellent report. And on the last page of that, or last 2 pages, you all noticed the tonnage diverted from the landfill and the actual
Yeah, that's good.
delivered amount.
That's
you know,
good.
Our increase in the garbage rate, the per ton cost, and the disposal rate, increase, it's good to see that number has steadily declined since we began the recycling, and the recycling continued to steadily increase. So, I mean, Mr. Brock stays on top of all that, and the trailer turning and the community availability and participation for the public in that is a good thing. So cost
And
avoidance.
before he starts, Mr. Brock has got a program, $100 a mile to clean up roads. You might take some of those 17-year-olds and get them out there and let him give you a road or two, if you want something to fundraise.
What about somebody's a little
Might be
taller
an
than
idea for
17?
next year's
What about
preliminary
somebody a little
planning.
taller than 17-year-old, like?
Oh, they're pretty tall.
Anybody have any questions?
up
I
too.
think Mr. Brock's got a couple of things you want to add to that, right?
Got a couple of things that I need for approval. I clarified in my report that Campbellsville Highway issue, that we reviewed by last week. That portion of Campbellsville Highway that is delivered from Campbellsville Post Office is it's actually called New Campbellsville Road. Everybody gets their address, New Campbellsville Road. It goes to about Highway 412, Lover's Land, and in that area clear to Taylor County line. But yet our map says Campbellsville Highway all the way through. So in order to correct the map, to reconcile it with the postal addresses, we need to Mike Robinson.
Correct that.
To do that, we need to change it from Campbellsville Highway to New Campbellsville Road so he can change the map. Nobody will change their address. There's no address change.
That's just from address from 5,500 up to 11,000?
That's
Right,
correct.
okay,
Going toward Campbellsville.
right, okay.
So that's all we need. So, nobody would have to change their address.
Motion to approve?
Mr. Smothers?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Mr. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Unanimous.
The portion from there back this way, what's it?
It's just Campbellsville.
It's Campbell Highway, okay.
Campbellsville Highway.
Okay.
And then there'll be New Campbellsville Road from there on to the plan.
Okay.
Kind of a semantic.
And it has is it delivered out of Taylor County?
Okay.
Okay.
David Farmer and all those people.
It all comes from Taylor. Yeah, I knew 412 did. Okay.
And the Councilville zip codes too, don't they?
Yes, it is, 43718. I have one other thing on my report. I've had a request from the Assembly of God Church on Spalding Avenue to clean up some road miles at $100 a mile. And the lady that I spoke with suggested they'll take as many as they can get. They suggested maybe us assigning a couple of miles in each of the magisterial districts.
I'd like to save some of it in case somebody else.
Well, we have.
We've got
you know,
plenty.
I think we have enough that we could do 2 or 3 groups.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always save a little loader rate and money back to, plus I get some fines in court. But we'd be fine that way.
Okay.
But maybe approve 10 miles of road for those people, 2 in each of the districts. And I'll get the detention center crew to assign the roads that have not been cleaned up.
Motion to approve the 10 miles, 2 in each district?
Assembly of God Church.
Yes, sir.
Youth group.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll bring the softball team thing back in May.
Are they going to clean 10 miles of road? Is that what you
10
just?
miles, yes, sir.
2 miles. in
2
each
miles
district.
each.
2 miles in each magisterial district.
Okay.
$1,000.
How much do you have in that button, in that?
Probably 3,000.
Okay.
We probably got 3,000. I say back out of the 29,000 and change what are available. We give 21.5 to the detention center, and the rest is put back on the line item for buying bags, pickup sticks, for litter abatement.
Okay. Second.
Mr. Smothers?
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes.
Mr. Elder? Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Unanimous.
And one other thing I've got, I put a face on that tonnage that was converted. If we go back the last 7 years since we started really tracking it, we've diverted about 5.25 million pounds from the landfill through recycling and other measures, cardboard, different things. About 5.25 million pounds.
That's great.
That's great. Good job. Do a great
On
job.
that litter, on that pickup, are you gonna find the roads and tell them, assign them?
Detention center will. lost.
Oh, okay.
Attention to that, they have a map.
Okay,
I tracked with them on a map where they were.
okay, and then they can pick a place.
Where they haven't been.
Okay.
We don't have any liability against,
No,
you know.
none at all.
Okay, thank you, Keith. Okay, Barry's not here with the detention center, and I'm sure you all been probably forwarded out a little bit of email on some of Barry's legislative initiatives, some of the things they're trying to get done with House Bill 436, and some of the corrections on the program bid language and so forth. Barry's kind of got an uphill battle. There's a little bit of even the Jailers Association disconnect on their appreciation for what our jail does, but anyway, hopefully, as far as dispersal of those accumulated funds, that's probably what I think is most justified because of our investment and what we've spent up front and trying to correct that distribution. Shouldn't wait till September. I think that was probably one of the biggest corrections, that they know every quarter what they've saved the state, but they do not make any plans to reimburse that back to the local jails that did all that savings for them until year past it's actually realized. So I think that would help the jails a lot. It would help our
We're
jail.
actually having a meeting on that on Monday, so,
2 o'clock.
right.
I'm trying to make sure I can get up there. Okay, Robbie?
Currently with 353 runs for the year. The newest truck we had, I don't know if Tom's running this problem or not, but the emissions on the new trucks are killing them. Or is that way? I just got it back from international. It's been there twice in the past 2 weeks. Dealing with that. And of course, it's all under warranty. Once the warranty goes off, I don't know what we're going to do. The emergency service is supposed to be exempt from that, but that never come down as a federal mandate. And I don't know, maybe if Joe said maybe we can get an exemption, take some of that stuff off of it, but it's killing the truck. You can't sit and idle. We're not the only ones having a problem. They've had fire trucks with the same issue, be pumping water, and they just shut down because of emission stuff. It's a poor design and even poor response from the federal government
Huh,
in the situation.
that's surprising.
So is there something you can do to them?
I hear there's a leak process to it, but if we do it on our own, I don't be responsible for the fine that comes with it.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
you
I would
can't
do
get
that.
exempt?
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see.
How much warranty?
I mean, that's a lot of their time, is like
Well,
fires and.
You know, that's the thing. When you go out on an accident scene or you go to someone's house, you can't just shut the truck off and then start it back up when you want to leave. I mean, it's not even reasonable.
It's designed to run. I mean, it's designed not to be shut. But let me ask this, how much warranty is left on the,
We got about another 20,000 miles.
To who would you see to try to get exempt?
I don't know. I'm going to do a little more research before I aggravate Joe with it. I just want to give him a heads up. It might be coming.
the county attorney's gonna have all kinds of time after January, so I'd say let's load him up while we have the horse in the barn. Let's, you know, ride him and go.
So when you take it back for warranty on the emissions control, are they giving you, I mean, it looks like it's some type of a part.
Well, that's the reason why the Jefferson County school system has sued internationally. They're having that problem with the buses as well.
So they're gonna have a recall or anything on
Oh, no, because it's something the federal government mandated.
Right.
And that's because, and my understanding it's only going to get worse.
Attorney, could you possibly look into that for, because I know Mr. Turner's time is valuable and
Well, like
the
I said,
operation of the EMS. Thank you so much, Mr. Madden.
But
I'm gonna miss you. You're the best.
we had a emergency service committee meeting on the 12th, I think it was.
Yes, sir.
Ever since then, I've been working with dispatch. Things as far as EMS has gotten way better. Communication's better now between the actual departments and dispatch. So I think it was definitely a step in a positive direction.
Even to cut off some of the initial pages at the beginning, and it's more clear, and so it's really,
Like I said, there's been a lot of things that it's definitely gone in a better direction than we were. And I think having dispatch come to our meeting bars and them saying that we're actually wanting to be part of the solution than creating a problem for them to really help.
Yeah.
But me and Ms. Merle have been in contact at least once or twice a week on different things, and things have been going pretty good.
Yeah. I appreciate your help on that, and Hayden as well. So,
Appreciate y'all's
that's right.
coordination, and as we move into, the new platform with Enhanced 911, saw where the city had advertised for another dispatcher, and it's, the traffic's going to only increase as we get all those cell phone calls, and I guess it's justified. We've still yet to sit down with the county attorney and city attorney and the mayor and myself and finalize the formula that we're going to use to what we're going to allow as allowable costs. The old dispatch costs and personnel were under the old formula, which I preferred to keep there, and that's still reimbursed on at 35% of call volume, whatever the CAD system says are county calls, and then the new operational platform, the 30-70 split. But it's probably going to require a little compromise.
Yeah, it might be a situation to where the city would be in agreements to, the county just take over the cost and management of the 911 system, and they forego the dispatch charge. You might want to throw that out of it.
I have to do a little penciling on that.
Well,
Figures would be
check
close.
that pencil out. I think it'd be a fair and equitable opportunity for both in achieving a common goal.
I think it'd be a close, it'd be a,
Well, I mean, we've got about 125, and it depends on what this 30 cent, if this 70-cent cell phone charge comes back into the picture. I mean, there's several things still in the works this legislative session. Depends on how that revenue stream flows. And
Well, I know that.
actually, on House
They
Bill.
were
House
talking
Bill,
about, yeah.
that's right, House Bill
91.
391 and Senate Bill 135, that's coming up, so if we can all call them, it makes a, I know, talked with Terry today, and Terry's completely on board with it, and went by to see Jimmy as well, so he's not, he was at a meeting, so I missed him, but
I know, and I will say this, as you know, Judge, the court went up to Frankfurt today and met with legislatures and so forth, and I want to commend Master Coyle, Mastron, Smothers, and Wicker. They did a tremendous job of shaking hands, and I'm telling you, you thought they were running for governor the way they were up there, so you guys did a great job.
let them know we're down here. That's a good thing. So.
Marion County have been proud of you.
that's right.
That's all I have, unless you all have any questions.
Good shape.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Hayden, I know it's
Follow up on Robbie, our communication, coming out of that emergency service, the chief's meeting, said, we got elected or appointed or volunteered. There's 3 or 4 of us on the committee, we're gonna go sit down with dispatch and talk about the protocol. One of them being on how we want each call to sound similar. If they all what we're saying, but use the same terminology. Other than that, we're watching the weather. We've come in here pretty good here in a couple hours. Schedule's filling up. We've got the Turtle Man run on March 1st. The state's fair weather, statewide exercise on March 11th. Marion County is hosting both district and region basketball tournaments in the next 2 weeks. And we had a color motion meeting today, it's up to May 17th.
Mr. Hayden, have you, I kind of putting you in the seat there, but have you guys, I know that the judge formed the board or committee to appoint the director and so forth of the 911 committee. Have you guys met and got that done yet?
Hayden emailed me to get those names yesterday, and I didn't get back to him.
Well,
I don't have Wayne King's contact information, so it's.
okay, well, I mean, outside
5 members appointed as a nominating committee for
right, there you go.
really three officers that you need to kind of get commitments from, the chairperson and vice chair who will assume that in a year, 18 months, whatever, and then a secretary, kind of a record keeper position.
Well, I mean,
As soon as I get a reply on the contact information, it's kept that. Hoping that before
that'd be
Probably
great.
won't,
Thank you.
probably won't need that till April, or we'll get back together at some point, I guess.
Well, I mean,
on a quarterly basis.
outside looking in, I think that it would be nice to go ahead and get that done, and so that you've got that structure set in, and therefore give you some support, because I know you've been, pretty much spearheading it all from the beginning. So, if you could do that, Mr. Johnson, that'd be great.
We're working on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Legs underneath itself there. Okay, I'm sure Steve and Larry, y'all been in contact with Animal Control.
Contact them today, and they're, everything's going well, and they got through the cold weather okay, and everything's, and they were talking about coming today, but they have a program, presenting a program at the Cattlemen's Association tonight, and they get some kind of funding from them.
They've been getting a grant every
Yeah,
year.
they're getting a grant from them, and so they went out there tonight to present their program and receive the grant they get from the Cattlemen's Association, so
Good deal.
everything
Excellent.
else is going good, they
They
said.
get their light up? They get their light up?
The light.
The light, yeah, they're putting up another light.
Oh, I don't remember. I didn't ask them about that. I don't know.
Yeah, there was the light, I think, for the outside, correct? That one dark area.
Oh, I didn't ask. I know we cut some of the trees so the one shines better, but I don't know if they got the new one put up or not.
We approved that, so you might check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, I forgot to ask them. But everything else they said is going well.
Thank you.